Alright, y'all, welcome back to ASKnowlin, and today we're going to be simplifying rational expressions again. This time we're going to be simplifying rational expressions that deal with multiplication or division. Alright, so we have here, it says perform the multiplication or division and simplify. So with this problem here, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is I want to write all this out in terms of make these factors, write it as factors of the products, and write it as one whole thing. So first, I'm going to go ahead and write, I'm going to have x plus 13 times x minus 3. Okay. Then on the bottom, I'm going to have x cubed times 3 minus x times 5. Alright, now we see here that we kind of got the same thing, but we don't. This 3 needs to be negative, and that x needs to be positive in order to get it to how it is on the top. So what I can do is I can factor out a -1. So by doing that, if I factor out a -1 first, it's going to look like this. Alright, so if I factor out a -1, that'll be x cubed times -1. Now, if I factoring out a -1, so 3 divided by -1 is going to give me -3. And negative x divided by -1 is going to give me a positive x. So I can rewrite that as x and -3 times 5. Alright. Now I see that these are gone. So I have x plus 13 times x over, this is going to be x cubed times -1 times positive 5 is going to give us a -5. Alright. And I see I have x cubed and I have x. If I can expand this x cubed into x. So that's going to be x plus 13 times x over x times x times x times -5. Those x's cancel out, and I'll just be left with x plus 13 on the top over, that's going to be x squared and -5, so -5x squared. And that's my final answer. I'm done. Alright, let's take a look at the next problem. It says perform the indicated perform multiplication or division and simplify. Once again, the common thing here is going to be to factor a lot of these things, and then from there we're going to want to start canceling things out. So let's go ahead and rewrite it first. 4y minus 16 over 5y plus 15 times 2y plus 6 over 4 minus y. Alright, first I want to go ahead and factor out a 4 out of these two. That's the greatest common factor. So 4y divided by 4 is equal to y. 16, or -16 divided by 4 is equal to -4. So over here, if I factor out a 4, I'm going to have y and a -4 times, now here I have I can factor out a 2. So 2y divided by 2 is just equal to y. And then positive 6 divided by 2 is equal to positive 3. So that's going to be 2 and then y plus 3. All of that over. Let's give her some separation here. Alright. Go ahead and factor out a 5 between those two. So 5y divided by 5 is equal to y. And 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. So we factor out a 5. We left with y and positive 3 times. Now, mind you, really all of this is just really multiplication. And over here, this would just be 4 minus y. Okay? And we're even going to put grouping symbols around those. Now, we can go ahead and we're almost where we want to be at. Once again, we have that dilemma. We have similar things, something that resembles each other, but not quite. Alright, so what we want to do, we want to pull a negative 1 out of here. And if we factor a negative 1 out of that, that's 4 divided by negative 1, which is equal to negative 4. And negative y divided by negative 1, which is equal to positive y. So if I rewrite this, this is going to be 4 times y minus 4 times 2 times y plus 3. All that over 5 times y plus 3 times, now I factor out a negative 1, and I'm going to end it with positive y and negative 4. So now I have exactly what I want. I want to go ahead and start canceling things out. Cancel my y minus 4's out. I can cancel my y plus 3's out. So I'm left with 4 times 2 over 5 times negative 1. We can just simplify those last two things. That's going to give us 8 over negative 5. Final answer. Now, who would have thought we would have got that from all of this? Okay. Alright. Now, just as a reminder, factoring is kind of like the cousin to division, or similar to division. You're really just dividing out by whatever what you're trying to factor out. And as you can see, like right here, I factored out a 4. So up here, I divided 4y divided by 4. That gave me y. That's where this y came from. And then I did negative 16 divided by 4. It gave me negative 4. And that's where that negative 4 came from right there. There's the 4 that I divided both of those by. Okay? When I factored it out. Alright, let's go on to the next problem. Alright, once again, we want to go ahead and look for some common factors up in here and right here. Okay, let's rewrite everything. X squared plus xy minus 2y squared over x cubed plus x squared y times x over x squared plus 3xy plus 2y squared. Alright, first thing, remember these are all factors here. When I factor this side over here, this is just going to be x plus y times x minus 2y. Alright, no, x plus 2y times x minus y. That's what we're going to get right here. X plus 2y times x minus y times x. All of that over, alright. These both have a common factor of x squared. So if I take an x squared out of that, if I take x squared from here, that's just going to leave me with x. And if I take x squared from here, that's just going to leave me with y. Alright. Times, now on the bottom here, our factors are going to be, these are both positives, and that's 2, so it's going to be 1. So we're going to have x plus 2y times x plus y. Alright, now that we have that squared away, and remember everything is still multiplication. We can go ahead and start getting rid of some of our factors. We have a x plus 2y here, x plus 2y there. So that's going to leave us with x minus y times x over, and since we have x squared down here, we can go ahead and factor him and make that 2x times x times, we have x plus y times x plus y. Okay? Alright, now we can get rid of our x's. We'll do that. And since we have 2x plus y's like that, we'll write that in simplest form. So we'll have x minus y over x times x plus y. And since I have two of those, I'll use my exponent 2 to represent that answer. And that'll be it there, folks. We can't really do anything else with that. That's done. That's our final answer. Okay. Let's take a look at our last problem here. This one, now we have division. We're still going to factor everything. Okay. And now when dividing, you really rewrite division as a multiplication of the reciprocal. And I know I just said a lot there, but I'll show you exactly what I mean in one moment. Alright, what I'm going to do is rewrite this division as multiplication of the reciprocal, or by the reciprocal. So rewrite it as multiplication. The reciprocal would be x plus 7 over 3x minus 21. Everything else remains the same. Alright. We want to go ahead and factor that. If you factor correctly, you'll end up with x minus 7 times x minus 7 times x plus 7. All of that over. That's a difference of squares. So that's going to be x plus 7 times x minus 7 times, if we can factor out a 3 from both of those, there's our factor of 3. 3 from that will leave us with x. 3 from that will leave us with 7. Alright, oops. So there we have it so far. Now, this is really simple. We just got to go through and match up, get rid of our everything that's alike. X minus 7, x minus 7, x minus 7, x minus 7, x plus 7, x plus 7. I've crossed out everything on the top. I did not cross out everything on the bottom. I still have a 3 there. But since I crossed out everything on the top, I want to go ahead and put a 1. So my final answer is going to be 1 over 3. Final answer. Alright. Well, I hope that this helped out some people today. Let me know where I can improve at. If you liked it just like it was, please comment, let me know. If I can do better, always comment, let me know. And once again, I love y'all. Peace and happiness, and I'm out.